Hey guys, Captain Foley here, and it is time for another Captain Foley Eaglemoss review. That's right, it is Friday, guys. It is noon. Unless you're not watching this on Friday at noon. But today we're looking at kind of a lesser known, little seen ship. Well, I shouldn't say little seen. It's actually seen more than a lot of other ships, because you see it every time you watch Enterprise. And it is the OV-165. This is one I had to pick up. This is a very cool ship. It's, you know, the future of spaceflight, but not too futuristic, still realistic enough that it's cool, and one that I definitely needed to grab. So I grabbed this one. I was excited to get it. It's actually a really nice model, which we're going to look at in a second. And yeah, let's just take a look at it. So of course you got a nice shot of the ship here. Down here you got some stats. Type Space Shuttle, launched 21st century, length 40 meters, max speed 27,000 kilometers an hour. And because we've already retired the regular shuttles, this could definitely be one of the next steps for shuttle design. So I do love that very much. That's very cool. Inside, same old layout. You got the how to place it on the stand. A shot of it from the front. Looks kind of odd. Looks like a Lost in Space UFO kind of look from the front, but very cool at the same time. And then down here, of course, you got some specifications. Type Space Shuttle, affiliation Earth, launched 21st century, length 40 meters approximately, crew of 5, top speed of 27,000 kilometers an hour, and weaponry none. And then again on the bottom there, you got some detailed shots of the ship or the model. Open it up, you got a great shot of it in orbit. And here's the shot of it from the actual show. So it says OV-165. The OV-165 is an orbital vehicle in the early 21st century and is a descendant of the space shuttles built by NASA. So, oh, this is always good. I love this. Full orthos on the ship. It's that real world tech. Like a lot of people are really into real world or real Earth or real space, real space stuff. Rick Sternbach's one of them. So is my friend Blappy. I'm not so much into the real space stuff. It's kind of doesn't really hold my interest like starships do. But this one's a cool progression, a cool step towards that. So I do like that. And just designing the OV-165. John Eves design there, and he's got different winglets at the front. And a few different configurations here that it went through. That one's at the bottom is really neat. This one seems like something you would actually see in the time of Enterprise. It's much like the Warp Delta ship. So, Star Trek Enterprise concepts, opening sequence concepts, says before or after the space shuttle and before the Phoenix. So again, just some more concept sketches there. And they're all pretty cool. I really love that. And John uses another one that's big into the real history of like the space race and early space development. Then it goes on to talk about the visual effects of Broken Bow. It's Broken Bow or Broken Bow. Never know what to say for that. But you got some shots of the Enterprise there. Another shot of the Enterprise, the launching of the Enterprise, and then the Suluan. the weird alien girl with the tongue. And the rooftop scene. Oh, sorry, the rooftop scene down there. Up here is the Suliban Nexus ship, Plexus, whatever it was. All the cell ships forming the larger ship. It just goes to talk about its on-screen appearances in the opening credits of Enterprise. So, and here we got the Tholian ship, which I still don't have yet, which is one I'd like to get. And of course, on the back of the ship is the ship. I mean, the back of the ship, the back of the magazine. Wow, Stuart. It's early in the morning. I gotta get this filmed and edited, so I apologize. Anyway, the back of the book has the ship from the front, and again, it looks very cool. Nice ship. So, let's take a look at the model. Again, it's just the standard Eaglemoss packaging, so you have it in there. Nothing spectacular. But when you get the model out, this is like something I would have played with as a kid, you know? That's one of the reasons I think I really like it. Nice size, not very heavy at all, but let's take a look at the details. So up front you got a very nice looking cockpit. Everything's aligned, the windows are aligned, which is great. So there's no alignment issues that I can see so far. That's good. On the side you got the OV-165 with a nice red stripe. Looking very sleek. Going back a bit further, you've got like a few, I don't know if they'd be windows, but there's markings along the side there underneath the vent. And the paint on this one's actually very well done. Gotta give Eaglemoss credit, nothing's really misaligned or anything on this one. The detailing on the top of the wings, the striping looks really good. There's also some different indentations and lines that run different ways than the paint, which looks great, adds more dimensionality to it. I think that looks fantastic actually. So, moving to the top of the ship itself, again, some great paneling, some gray shaded areas, and then some just randomized patterns of panels, which just looks nice. Near the back there's an inset with a little gray section with a yellow dot in the middle of it, which kind of adds to it. Going to the back, there's no real engine assembly back there. It looks like there might be. There's like venting and stuff, but they could have added a little bit more detail in there. I think that's very, very plain. So kind of no marks for that. The front detail and the top is so nice, and you get to the back and it's just like there's missing something in those insets there. And then you flip it over, and that's the biggest disappointment of all. It's just a big black flat surface with no detail. There's nothing painted on, there's no grid lines, there's no tile work. There should be tiles or something on the bottom there. It is nothing. It is like a Hot Wheels toy. So major points off for that. There should be some kind of landing gear squares or something in there, and there's just nothing. There's nothing at all. It's just smooth and black, and it's just not right. The bottom of the winglets, or the wings again, have a nice pattern, same as on the top. A little bit different pattern. I take that back. It's the same pattern. Had to flip it a few times. But yeah, the profile's nice futuristic, yet not too futuristic design. I love that. The fins look good. The black fins with the white markings on them. I like that. And yeah, from the front it looks better in person than it does on the magazine. On the magazine it doesn't have any kind of length, focal length on it. so it looks like a little flying saucer, but here it looks good. And then of course in the back there you can see there's no real engine detail back there. But that is it, guys, the OV-165 from Eaglemoss. If you're a fan of real space and things like that, I would suggest getting this. It is very cool. But anyway, it's time to go take a look at it on the stand, so let's head on over and do that right now. Coming in for entry. So here's the orbital test vehicle, or super shuttle, whatever you want to call it, on the stand. Looks fantastic. I do love the way the stand slots in. There is that nice big slot at the back, and they just designed the stand to just slip right in there, so that's great. And there she is, guys. So it's got a lot of detail until it doesn't. It's an odd creature, this one. Anyway, there she is. So if you have it on a lower shelf, it looks absolutely fantastic. From multiple angles. A little bit wide from some angles, but that's alright. If you go down here to a eye level shelf, that looks great as well. That you can see the lineage with the shuttle. You can definitely see some similarities there. Coming at you, not so much. Again, the lack of detail on the bottom is kind of disappointing. Heading away from you looks great. It actually looks like a Enterprise shuttle pod that way a little bit. Has that shuttle pod vibe to it. But if you put it on an upper shelf, this is where it's kind of like, don't put it on an upper shelf because there's nothing to show off here. It's just a plain black plastic surface. It's nothing fantastic at all. So upper shelf just doesn't work at all this time, guys. Alright, so there you have it, the OV-165. If you guys want to order this one or pick up any other Eaglemoss ships, by all means click the link in the description below. It's as simple as scrolling through the description and looking for the links. There's one that says Eaglemoss. Give it a click. It takes you straight there. You don't have to buy a subscription or anything. You can order stuff straight directly to your house. Just throw it in your shopping cart. And on checkout, use the discount code Trekyards to save yourself some money. Don't forget the code. A lot of my friends have ordered stuff and haven't used the code. Use the code. Anyway, guys, that is it. If you're a fan of real space stuff, as I said, this is worth picking up. If you're a fan of Enterprise, I guess it's up to you. But this is one that I really enjoy personally, and this one is actually going to be gifted to my friend Blappy. It was just his birthday a little while past, and I had this for him. He's a huge fan of real space, is working in that field and doing some fantastic stuff. So this is going to be his, but I needed to film this review first before I could hand it off to him. So here it is, and hopefully he enjoys it as much as I have while it's been here. I need to get another one maybe for myself because I do like it. But anyway, subscribe to the channels, and don't forget to check out other reviews and videos by us as well. We're always doing cool stuff here. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Bye-bye.